Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? I'm the Revive King, and you guys are back in the lab with Nu Life Kicks. Today, we got a gem, man. We got something real special. We have an Obsidian, or a white and navy 15, released in 1999. The shoe is a unicorn. They were slept on when they first came out, and now people are looking for them. So we got these in, and we're gonna clean them up and bring them back to life the new way, guys. Our main areas of focus on this sneaker is going to be the tongue. You know that Jordan signature move he does when he crosses somebody over, dunking on somebody? That's what this tongue represents right here. It's super yellow, and we're gonna reverse that using the Nu Antidote, and we're also gonna focus on this back plastic or rubber panel back here. It kind of feels more rubbery than anything. We're gonna focus on reversing the oxidation, but the owner of these sneakers kept them in really great condition. Considering the age, they're not that bad. All right, guys, some things that we want to keep in mind as we clean this sneaker is the age, guys. This sneaker is legitly 25 years old, so it could be brittle, it could be delicate. And as I look at this leather finish right here around this collar of the uppers, it's already peeling off. It's nearly gone. And then you also got to factor in, there is a risk that this shoe may separate because it is so old. Now, we already know that, and this sneaker will be eventually re-glued, but the first order of process is the cleaning. But as you clean the shoe, you don't want little rubber things like this. This right here is known to just harden over time and just break. This one still feels pretty flexible. You can still feel a little bit of the moisture in the rubber. I don't think it's just gonna break off. But outside of that, this panel right here could separate. I could peel this back and take it off if I wanted to, but just be aware of the brittleness of the age. This is blue nylon, it's not gonna bleed. The blue paint, there's a chance that it could rub off a little bit, guys, but no real super high risk in cleaning this sneaker, guys, outside of the separation. So, all right, guys, first things first, we're gonna clean the bottom soles, and we're gonna attack the bottom soles using our new sole brush. This sole brush is a bulldozer when it comes to dirt, man. This is gonna knock off all your heavy dirt, and this is gonna begin our initial cleaning process, and we have other tools that we're gonna use to get some more of that detailed cleaning. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna I'm just spraying the soles down, guys. Spraying the soles down will allow some of that dirt to begin to dissolve and become soluble. This solution right here, the solution is gonna really help break the bond between the dirt and the surface. The tool is what's gonna actually remove it. So make sure you put a little bit of elbow grease into this to really get those heavy stains off. Do your best to try to follow the traction pattern so that you can get in between those grooves as you clean. All right, guys, next we're gonna be using this new nylon scrub. The woven pattern and the fibers in this sponge creates abrasiveness. It creates a lot of friction so that we can remove that dirt off the sole a lot easier, guys. We're just gonna dip this in a little bit of water right here. This is gonna give us a slightly closer clean than the new sole brush. Tools are very important. Whenever you're cleaning anything, doesn't matter if it's a shoe, if it's carpet, if it's some type of fabric, any surface, concrete, guys, it's all about textures and tools, guys. The abrasiveness and the friction that it creates so that that dirt or whatever that stain is can be agitated off. So make sure that you have a tool that complements the surface that you're cleaning and creates that friction and abrasion so that that dirt can just pop right off. All right, so continuing with the process with our new eraser sponge, guys, this is similar to a Mr. Clean Scrub, except it does not have any chemicals in it. This right here, this melamine type sponge, this sponge is going to contact the surface at a closer point than any of our other tools. So things that are stuck to like this smooth, flat surface right here, this is why I have this smooth, flat tool, guys. Complement the surface you're cleaning with the tool that you're using. All right, guys, as you can see, we're making progress. From here to here, we can see there's a huge difference, but in between these grooves, there's still a ton of dirt. So I'm gonna go in and clean out each individual groove using this flathead screwdriver wrapped around a microfiber towel to be able to give you that brand new type of look and feel. All right, guys, now we're gonna clean that heel area. We're not gonna put this in video. We're not gonna bore you with that stuff. Let's move on to the good stuff. All right, guys, we're done with the bottom soles. The uppers are gonna be a breeze compared to these bottom soles. First area we're gonna attack here is this back rubber panel. The objective is to clean it and simply just remove the dirt. I mean, that's all we're gonna be doing when we clean, right? But we wanna get in between the texture of this accordion-like pattern right here. We're gonna be using our new sole brush. We're gonna be using our nylon scrub, and we're also gonna be using our eraser scrub, guys. This is gonna be real quick, real easy. Again, just be aware that if you get water behind this area, you super saturate behind this separated area, that water is gonna continue to break down that glue, and then eventually it's just gonna fall off. But other than that, guys, just clean with precision. Make sure all the dirt is removed. The UV light is gonna do the rest of the work. Instead of using the nylon scrub, I'm gonna use the super soft bristle brush because it's gonna get in between these grooves a whole lot easier. This little leather cut right here already has the paint peeling. So I'm just gonna go ahead, clean it, and the rest of the little paint is gonna come off. We can touch that up later. You see that? Yeah. Now watch when I scrub it, it's gonna disappear. Gone. Now, when the shoe completely dries, we can paint that back over because it was a leather strip there, right? Or if it comes back super white, we can just leave it and it still looks OG. Guys, when we clean this mesh tongue, what we're gonna do is saturate it with distilled water. The distilled water is gonna act as a highway so that the Nu Antidote penetrates the fabrics a lot easier and you don't have to use so much. Hit it with the Nu Antidote in water to flush out this dinginess here, and then brush and agitate to separate that dirt. The process is relatively simple. We're gonna use the nylon scrub, and we're gonna also use our super soft bristle brush. Flush everything out with water completely, and then blow it out with the air compressor and let it dry. This is also distilled water. I found that distilled water is much more efficient for rinsing white fabric materials because it doesn't have the metal ions or the impurities in it and the chlorine in it that tap water has. A lot of the times I throw a microfiber behind the fabric to catch that water that's passing through. All right, guys, now I'm gonna throw some shoe trees inside the shoe to make sure that the shoe maintains its form. And I'm gonna let the shoe sit under UV light for 24 hours, guys. We'll be back with some results. All right, guys, and we're back in about 24 hours, literally like almost exactly 24 hours. And after looking at this sneaker, I am satisfied with the results, all the way from the rubber on the bottom soles to the midsole, to the leather, to the plastic rubber panel, and all the way to the mesh, guys. Look at the leather cut. Just look at the leather cut. That is ridiculous, man. But this mesh is pretty white, but I think this mesh can be even whiter. So I'm gonna throw it back in for another 24-hour UV session, and then I can see the difference in it. See if it actually made the sneaker a little bit more white. Before I throw this shoe in the box, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not even gonna clean it. I'm just gonna throw it in just like this for another 24 hours and allow the UV light to work and just do its thing. All right, see y'all in 24. Peace. All right, guys, and we're back. Not in 24 hours, but after 5 days, for a total of 6 days under UV light. They were good after the first 48, but we left them in a little bit longer. Weekend happened, and a little bit of extra UV light doesn't hurt, guys. In fact, it's gonna make them whiter. With that being said, if you're icing your sneakers inside of a UV box, make sure it's temperature regulated. We only clean these sneakers one time. Once. The whole key to this entire process is UV exposure, guys. Consistent UV exposure. If we get into some details with the mesh, turn back the hands of time 25 years on that mesh, guys, without compromising the integrity of the mesh. Back rubber panels, super clean, super white. Soles nearly look like they were never worn. But overall, came back super duper clean, guys. All the products used to achieve these results can be found on our website by hitting the link down below, guys. Thanks for watching, and make sure you share this video with a friend. And if you're using Salon Care 40, evolve the way you maintain your face. Peace! New life is shoe life.